Well, we suck again.
27-6.
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I smelled this one, man. I really did smell this one coming.
Well, you're one of a very few certain number of people that I don't even think included the Buffalo Bills. Like, I doubt they were even believing that could happen. I mean, Josh Allen, what the heck?
I mean, dude, we just didn't show up. Like, we didn't lose to the Buffalo Bills. We just didn't even show up, man. Like nobody showed up.
Every angle. So you have special teams. I mean, every punt was like horrendous. We had the best play of the game was that 70-yard punt that pinned them inside the 10. That's the best play of the game.
That wasn't that great of a punt. It just freaking
it just happened to rolled. And then, so that's special teams. We also had Mike Hughes and whoever else was back there taking balls out of the end zone on kickoffs and getting tackled under the 20.
Like, how many times did we take a ball out from the end zone and not even get past the 20, let alone the freaking 25? Like, come on.
And then Mike Hughes muffing a punt. I mean, that's just special teams, which is coaching and playing. I mean,
and we didn't even get to see Dan Bailey.
No,
like, literally didn't even get to see him.
Didn't attempt anything because we went for 2 the one time we scored. And then you have offensively, which is just the scheme. I mean, we could talk about that forever. I mean, the whole scheme looked terrible. I mean, Kirk Cousins, 40 completions for 240 yards. That's like 6 yards of completion. Crazy. And on top of that, Kirk Cousins was missing passes.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Diggs is dropping passes.
Yeah.
And Thielen's dropping catches.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, you know who didn't drop any passes? Laquan Treadwell.
Hey, had a baby Laquan.
I think he had like 4 receptions, and one of them was kind of nice.
Hey,
but no, dude, the offense was terrible. You said it. The special teams, the offense. So here's what really pissed me off. There's one point where I think it was in the second quarter. We picked up a first down. We had a little bit of momentum. Mm-hmm. Then we gained decent yardage on first and second down. So we have a 3rd and 1, right, to continue our drive. The game is still in reach at that point. And you come out in shotgun, which all of a sudden, I hate shotgun on 3rd and 1 because, like, make the defense think you might run the ball. We come in shotgun, and not only that, but it's not like a quick pass or anything. Like, Kirk Cousins, like, drops back, holds the ball for, like, 4 seconds, and he gets sacked. 3rd and 1. And that is on the offensive coordinator, man. Yeah. That is a bad play call.
Oh.
If you're going to come out in shotgun, you better run, like, a quick rub play or something, and the ball should be out in a second. What in the world? It made no sense.
No, I mean, and that's offensively, and then defensively the same thing. I mean, scheming wise, how many 3rd down conversions did they make with Josh Allen? I mean, everybody's just praising Josh Allen, but he honestly would just sit back in the pocket, wait, and then somebody would just pop wide open. It wasn't hard.
They freaking schemed us. Yeah, his first touchdown pass when it was they ran that little fake screen, you know, where like the slot receiver comes and blocks. Dude, we've gotten burned by that play like 3 games in a row, like in the NFC Championship game and then like in, I want to say, the San Francisco game. Like, guys, like, stop jumping on that fake screen. They're going to keep doing it to us. Like, it's coaching. It's bad coaching.
Yeah, that's bad coaching. And on top of that, we had missed tackles, like which we normally don't do. We had tons of penalties. It was just at every level, on every level of our internal system too, whether it's players or coaches. It was just bad. I mean,
Anthony Barr got clowned, man. Josh Allen ran around Anthony Barr.
For the touchdown.
He jumped over Anthony Barr.
He ran past him and got the horse tackle, horse car tackle.
Are you kidding me? Maybe it's a good thing we didn't extend Anthony Barr. I don't know.
He's definitely the low point on our defense right now.
Oh my gosh, man.
But I mean, everything about it just pointed to what you were saying. How we didn't start. We didn't suit up Everson Griffin, which obviously now looking back on it, we could have used. We didn't suit up Dalvin Cook, who
it was like a freaking preseason game. They're like, let's go ahead and rest Dalvin, let's rest Everson. Like, whatever. I can understand both of those decisions, but like what it points to is the mentality where it's just like, oh, like this is a gimme. Like, let's rest them and get ready for Los Angeles. I mean, dude, we just didn't show up, man. That's all there is to it. Like, we didn't show up, and I put that on the coaches more than anything else. I mean, there's plenty of blame to go around.
Sure.
But, like, Mike Zimmer has to have the team ready to show up, and they weren't ready. Somebody on Twitter was like, normally the Vikings save this type of performance for the NFC Championship game. Like, this felt like the Eagles game last year, or like the Giants when we lost 41-0. I mean, and here's the other thing, dude. A good team can, like, recover from that.
Yeah.
Like, they realize, okay, we're down 14-0. We're kind of flat. Like, somebody needs to, like, get everybody fired up. Like, I want to see Kirk Cousins getting the offense fired up. I want to see Zimmer getting the defense fired up. But nobody does anything, man. And it was just, like, a steady, like...
And I think all eyes go to Kirk Cousins in that situation
Yeah.
because you look to your quarterback to lead some kind of drive or do something. And you can blame scheme, I guess, all you want, but I mean, he just wasn't performing in the time that we needed him to. And it's hard to say it right after a week where he did so well.
Yeah.
But I mean, he really just had no motivation. I mean, he was missing wide. I mean, the passes weren't even close. The ones that he missed were just sailing over wide open receivers running an out route.
And it was early in the game when it was still in reach, man. Like, if we hit one or two of those passes, like, geez.
No, and I mean, he had the one really nice, essentially a touchdown throw to Diggs that Diggs just dropped. So it's like, then all your emotion, shifts to receivers and say, hey, we need to start catching the ball. But I mean, there's just too many fingers to point.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, the offensive line is blocking nobody.
Oh my goodness.
Blocking nobody. I mean, did we even rush for more than like 10 yards? I don't even know. I think, what's his name? Was it Harris? Who's our third string? Was it Mike Boone?
It was Boone.
Yeah, Boone had like a 12-yard
had a single run that was like a 12-yard run. That was
The line looked terrible.
C.J. Ham was the player of the game.
C.J. Ham and Laquan Treadwell. Like, cut everybody else and let's start over.
Oh my goodness.
No, man, it was, man, and I'm like thinking about it now. I'm getting like all like pissed off all over again. Like I thought I was kind of over it, but man, that was just embarrassing.
Well, it's a scary thing for the rest of the season because you that is one. If you could pick any game in the entire season, that's the one that you're chalking up as a win. I mean, hands down. It was one of the biggest margins that had ever been. We were favored by 17 points. I mean, that's like the biggest in NFL history. I think that's what they said. I think it was the largest margin in the history.
That the team lost then.
Sure, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like going into a game with that kind of margin and then losing that. You just hope that it doesn't capsize the season. You hope that the team doesn't lose momentum.
It feels like we're at a like tipping point here. Like if we come out on Thursday, play a good game against the Rams. Honestly, we need to beat the Rams, but even if we just play a good game, it's like okay, like we're an okay team. Right now, you got to think about what we've done on the season. We barely beat the Niners. We beat them by 8 points.
Yeah.
We tied the Packers, who almost lost to the Bears, who got their butts kicked by Washington. And then yesterday we got stomped by the Buffalo Bills. Like, if you forget, like, all the preseason projections and just look at that body of work...
We're not a good team.
We're not a good team, man. We're, like, 25th in the power rankings.
Yeah. No, it's sad. And, like, it's hard to say just because the Bills are that bad. Like, I don't think they played good. It was just us playing differently than we did in those first two games. So, I mean, I think the exact same way you did as far as, like, the Packers now look bad, and so do the 49ers. So, like, what like, water does that hold? But we really just played, like, way worse than we did those first two games. It's not really comparable.
I hope you're right, man. I think you're right. Let me say this, because I felt this one coming, and on the last show, I predicted this, although not that it was going to be this bad. But let me say this, too. Like, back then, I thought we were going to overlook this game, and I still think that's what happened. I think we overlooked this game. I still think we're a good team. I think we're going to beat the Rams on Thursday. I think we're going to get the season back on track, and we're going to look back at this, and we're going to say, wow, that sucked, but it was just a little blip on the road. That's like my positive spin on things.
I hope you're right. Hope you're right, man.
All right. Well, I think we're going to have to find the energy to, like, get excited about Thursday, and we got a short week, so maybe we'll try to get the preview episode up Tuesday night, Wednesday, something like that.
Should be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Maybe by then we'll like not feel like killing ourselves.
All right, see you next time.
All right, bye guys.